Come into the present moment. Ground yourself with a deep, healing breath. Notice what's in your heart, what's on your mind. Notice how your body is feeling right now. Take a moment to set your intention for what you would like to receive during this time of meditation. Have you ever been like Zenith and overzealous in wanting to do something, even something good? How did you realize that you were overzealous? When we are overzealous, we take things into our own hands instead of trusting the Lord's timing. Have you ever learned that lesson in your own life? What comes up for you as you reflect on the difference between being zealous yet patient as you seek the Lord's will versus being overzealous in a cause that you thought was right or the timing that you thought was right? Notice how you feel as you think about these differences. What have you learned about trusting in the Lord through these times that you're reflecting on? Zenith reports that the Lamanites had a different version of the story than the one the Nephites told about their ancestors. And their story caused them to feel entitled to harm and to rob Zenith's people. Have you ever told yourself a story or repeated a story that's been passed down to you, but you later realized has caused you to be blinded? This can happen in our closest relationships, and it can also happen in our community. What was the result of telling yourself this story? How did you realize that the story wasn't true? How does Heavenly Father correct the stories we tell ourselves that are not true? For we know He cares, and He values truth. Sometimes we desire things that are not good for us. And King Limhi learned lessons from his time in bondage and said, "Doubtless a great mystery is contained within these plates. These interpreters were doubtless prepared for the purpose of unfolding all such mysteries to the children of men. Oh, how marvelous are the works of the Lord! And how long doth he suffer with his people? Yea, and how blind and impenetrable are the understandings of the children of men. For they will not seek wisdom, neither do they desire that she should rule over them. Yea, they are as a wild flock which fleeth from the shepherd, and scattereth, and are driven and devoured by the beasts. Even though our sufferings come because we turn to our own ways, the Lord will suffer with us. Think of that. The Lord suffers with you. How do you feel when you think of the Lord suffering with you, despite your mistakes? The Lord is near you, but He's not just near you, He suffers with you. Have you experienced this in your life? Have you experienced it recently? Do you find yourself content to suffer alone when the Lord wants to and is suffering with you? Ask the Lord to help you to know in your heart that the Lord suffers with you and that you are not alone. Ask Him to confirm this to you in a way that you recognize and will remember, so that it's planted in your heart. See that in your mind's eye, the image of the Lord suffering with you, near you, despite the times that you turn away from wisdom. As Ammon said, "But if you will turn to the Lord with full purpose of heart and put your trust in Him and serve Him with all diligence of mind, if you do this, He will, according to His own will and pleasure, deliver you out of bondage."